Once upon a time, there was a man in love with the soul of hospitality. His name is Giacomo Sonzini, and this is The H Curator, a podcast exploring remarkable hotels, the people behind them, and the trends shaping the future of travel. On today's episode, Heidi and Christopher Mueller, owners and founders of Lupaia in Tuscany.
The sun is gonna...
We're getting a cloud.
Almost.
Thank God.
Okay, just few seconds in the sun. So, welcome to the H Curator. Today we are in Tuscany at Lupaia, and I have the pleasure to be together with Heidi and Christopher, owners and founders of Lupaia. Thank you so much for having me here today. It's always a pleasure to be back in this incredible place. So, thank you.
Thank you for coming, Giacomo.
So Heidi, something more about yourself, about your background before opening Lupaia.
So, Christopher and I, we are both from Austria. And when we met 25 years ago, on our very first date, I actually asked him, do you have a dream in your life? And he said, yes, I do. He said, I would love to have a small hotel in Italy one day. And here we are. So I always liked the idea. And, you know, we went to universities and we had regular careers in big international companies. And one day we said, should we start looking for a place? And so we did, and we looked over 60 different properties in the whole of Italy.
60?
60, until we found Lupaia.
It was in which year?
10 years ago. Came here and we fell in love with Lupaia immediately.
Well, but you went to the same university? You have the same studies? Or where did you meet?
We met in Salzburg, and I went to university, and Christopher actually finished his...
School, yes.
Yeah.
Last year of school.
Wow. And then where did you work, actually? Did you have experience in the hospitality or no?
Not really, no. I did hotel management school because I was always interested in that industry, in that sector. I had the chance to travel with my parents a lot when they had still active careers. So sometimes they took the kids along, and I was always excited about flying, hotels, international environments and all that. So I did hotel management school. I did some internships during that, but then decided I want to go to university, study economics to get a little bit of a broader education and background. And then after that, we really worked corporate and was communications for Heidi, marketing for me, which was 10 years, more than 10 years, career in those sectors, which is, of course, taught us a lot of things that we can apply here. So, I mean, even running a small hotel in the countryside still involves,
of course,
a lot of marketing, a lot of communications, which is, some of the skills that we can still apply here.
So you met 25 years ago.
Yes.
And after 15 years, started Lupaia.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations. Was there a precise moment when you found this place and you said, okay, we found our future home?
I would say yes. So it was a cold winter day when we arrived here, and we got out of the car and immediately said, this is the place. This is where we immediately felt like at home, coming home. And it's funny that many of our guests say the same. So Lupaia has a special energy, many guests tell us. And this is actually what we felt when we came here for the very first time.
Wow. How much time it took to build this?
It was really an evolution because, of course, we quit our jobs. We moved to a new country. We started this business venture. We bought what was back then an agriturismo, running already with 10 rooms. The handover process was, as it is in Italy, longer than expected. So we kind of came in February, and we had the first guests in March, which were still booked by the previous owners. They decided to keep the booking engine running. So we had agriturismo guests in March. So it was really 1 month of preparations, really just painting, getting garbage away, getting everything ready for what would be our first season. Because, you cannot just cancel on them because we're not ready. So it was really the day we opened. I went to the Tipografia to pick up the invoice paper and everything you needed. We got our registration code the same day. Everything was pretty much on the day of opening. Yeah, so that was a very exciting beginning. I think that was challenging, and then from there on we had winter by winter where we had a construction project going on. So basically the last guests left end of October, November. We had a construction crew come in. They did something for 3-4 months, and then we opened again. So it was one winter it was the pool area, one winter it was the back of house, one winter it was the central heating system, then it was one building with the rooms, another building with the rooms. So the idea is really to have a property which keeps evolving, and we listen to what guests tell us, and we have, I think, ideas for the next 5 years of what we can still do. Yeah.
Wow, so
depending, of
it's always
course.
a work in progress.
It is,
Always,
yes.
still a work in
Still
progress
work
right
in
now.
progress. Yes.
And did you see also an evolution in your clientele? Did it change? Also after the pandemic?
It changed, of course. I mean, you can imagine that with the evolution of the quality and everything, the rates also went up. We always try to increase the rates moderately because we had, or we still have, some repeat guests that are with us from almost year one. And they see that they pay more, yes, but they also get a lot more. In the first year, there was a team of 10. Now we are a team of 35. So you can imagine, only from the guest experience, staff costs, of course, and all that makes a big impact. But when we increase rates, we think we should also give something in return, and that's why we have repeat guests who are still with us after so many years.
This is
Wow.
beautiful, obviously. No, I mean, to see them coming every year again and again. When they come here for their honeymoon, for instance, and then the
Exactly.
year after, someone might be pregnant, and the next years they come with their baby and their grandparents. So it's really nice to see them year after year and to follow them, and also for them to follow us
I
and
can
our
imagine.
staff and our whole team. So it's
So it could be
something.
considered one of the biggest achievement?
Yeah.
Or do you have another one in mind?
No, I think we want to really create a place that feels like a home. So and that's the same with the team here that we have brought together, and it's really the strength of the people that work here to create an atmosphere where people don't feel like they're just in another hotel, but where they can create a relationship with the person. And the same for repeat guests. If you have repeat guests and they already know Silvio in the restaurant, and 5 years ago Silvio was here, and now he has 2 kids and they live up in the village, and year after year it's, hey, how are you doing? How's your family doing? And all that. I think this is our achievement. No, we are here to make the team happy, because then in turn the team makes the guests happy. And I think this is the whole equilibrium of how it should work.
Most of the employees, they're from here or they're from abroad?
Yeah.
And they moved here?
No, most of them are local.
Local.
Yeah, absolutely. They live in Montefolonico or also in
So
Montepulciano.
it's in the villages
Yeah,
close by.
exactly. Most of them, yeah. And then they also send us, their nieces who might look for a job, their brother, their uncle, whoever is looking for a job, they might also come here and work for us.
And on the other side, what was the most difficult challenge you faced?
I think for me it was the decision of do we run it alone, or do we get somebody else to manage it on a more professional level? Because obviously, we came from other industries. We had no hands-on experience in running what is now pretty much a luxury experience. So we're dealing with travel agents, we're dealing with clients who have really high demands, high expectations. So there was always this trade-off between doing everything ourselves and maintaining the authenticity, or bringing in some professional management from outside. And I have to say, from the experience that we've made so far, we had somebody from the outside, and they brought some very good inputs, and I think brought us also some steps forward. But now it's mainly us again running it with our department heads, which is the structure basically that we implemented, where we gave more responsibility to the individual departments who are with us for many years. So from the chef to the F&B manager to head of front office, our assistant manager. So we are more involved in daily operations, which I think now works, but it's always this trade-off between, do we want to maybe take more time for us, take a step back, give it into the hands of somebody capable, or do we have to keep it as our baby that we make sure everything runs smoothly every day?
You have all the departments here, also sales, marketing, or that ones are outsourcing or external?
It's all internal to us. Basically, we are the sales and marketing
You are,
department. Also, the
you're
IT
doing
department
everything.
and the social media department and the communications department. Yeah, this is kind of us, and HR, of course, and a little bit of the psychology for the team, and making sure everything
Wow.
is
Wow.
smooth.
So it's your universe.
It
You have
is,
everything here under the
We do,
radar.
Yeah,
we do.
yeah.
Do you live here?
We do. We do.
On property?
On property, yeah. Since the very first day, actually.
I mean, since the
Yes.
very beginning,
Yeah.
you moved here.
We moved here at Lupaia. This is our home address.
Wow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
If you had to describe Lupaia in 3 words, what would they be?
I think I would say magical, which is what we hear from a lot of guests who come here and say, okay, this I had expectations, but it succeeded everything. So because it is such a magical, enchanted place with we're in the end it's a farmhouse that's 400 years old that is now a little luxury hotel in the hills of Tuscany. So at night everything is lit up like a little village. So magical, I think, is a word that I would use.
Mm-hmm.
You want to add one?
And it's home.
Home,
It's
yes, home is
home.
good.
Yeah. And it's warm because it's our home and we put so much love in it. And I think also many of our guests feel that when they
Magical,
come here.
home, warm.
Yeah.
The 3
Yeah.
Yeah.
representing your home.
Yeah.
That's true. Yes.
What did working in hospitality, also owning and running a property, what did it teach you? And if you have maybe some secrets or tips to share with a young one, with someone starting such a project or still entering the world of hospitality?
I think different to our previous experience, now you always start the day like with 5 things you want to do, and in hospitality you end up doing 5 completely different things because it's just unpredictable. So I think you have to enjoy really this kind of job, because it's our job to make guests happy. I think this is the key. So I cannot go with a task list of things. I have to improvise. I have to be flexible. I have to, have an open mind, because every day will bring something new. Every day we will learn something new. We will see something new, because also guest behavior is unpredictable. But it's fun, and I think that's the key for me. It's fun whenever I come. I mean, we live here, so it's work pretty much not 24/7, but 7 days a week for sure. So I come down here and I enjoy doing it. I enjoy interacting with the guests. I enjoy interacting with the team, and it should be fun. And I think this is what I also want to transmit to everybody who works here, that we're here to make guests happy, but we're also here to enjoy doing it. No. So that's why we staff the property in a way that everybody has the 5 minutes to talk to somebody. No, if you go to a restaurant and the waiter is always in a rush and running around and throws the menu down, you will never make a connection with the place.
No.
Maybe the food is good, but that's it. But if you have time to chat to the waiter about where he comes from, how long he's been here, what other places he likes in the
That's the
area, and all
best.
that, that's the connection that you make. And I think, this is also
And makes
for,
this place special.
yeah.
It's really deconnection. And regarding deconnection, Lupaia is also very much connected to the territory, I feel. Is it true?
It is. It is. Yeah. We try, or over the last 10 years, luckily we could build many connections to locals in different sectors. I mean, we here on our road, for example, we have Nevio, our dear neighbor farmer, who grows garlic for us, Alione for us,
Alione.
the best in the area. Then in Montefolonico, we have a very lovely lady who is doing her own ceramics. She has a lovely, beautiful studio there, and she makes Mariella, that's her name, and she makes different plates for us, and also little gifts of which we then hand over to our guests.
And you also have plenty of experience interacting with the local community. You wanted the guests to really feel the place. You wanted the guests to get the best of this region. What's your top experience that you offer?
So I have to mention two because I love them both so much. For sure, the truffle hunt, which is always so much fun. Pier Paolo always also lives up in Montefolonico, comes down with his dogs, and then he picks up our guests and goes down in our woods. Actually, where luckily we also have
Truffle
truffles here in our wood. And then they go for a walk, and with some luck, they come back with a nice truffle, and then our chefs will prepare it any style our guests wish them to be prepared. And this is really a lovely experience, especially in autumn when the white truffle season starts. So, and the second
Lucky.
experience,
Lucky you.
we are. And the second experience I really love is the new foraging experience, which we are doing since this year. And it's with Caterina. She's also from Montepulciano, and she's an expert on all flowers, herbs, and she knows every single plant. It's incredible, the knowledge she brings, and then she goes with our guests, and then they bring back a full basket of wild herbs, which then we also prepare.
So they're working together in
Yeah.
the estate.
Exactly. She explains them everything, and then they also prepare salad or crostini with the wild herbs, and it's just delicious. So fresh.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Wow. This place is beautiful all year round. What's the best season?
For me personally, it's autumn, starting from like the second half of October and November, when things calm down here because I mean it's quiet, but there's still a lot of movement. But November, when you have the first morning fog, you have the valley is all white and you just see Montepulciano on the
Wow.
horizon. You have the new olive oil just harvested. Life becomes more slow. Leaves begin to change color. So it's a very I don't know, romantic time of the year. We light the fireplace in the salon. You start eating seasonal foods like pumpkin and
Chestnuts.
chestnuts and things like that. So for me, it's I think the most relaxing and most romantic is November.
Did you take care of the interior design, or did you get an architect?
No, we did. The two of us, and we are still married.
No way.
Can you imagine?
You did the whole design
We
as
did,
well?
Yeah, we didn't have anybody external, let's say. We did all the rooms, all the public areas ourselves.
Everything on your own. Okay, you're doing everything. You did
We did
everything.
everything and we do everything.
It's really your project.
Yeah.
Wow.
But the whole idea is to create a place where we would like to stay when we go to a hotel. So everything from the light switches, room controls. I don't like it when it's too, especially here, it wouldn't make sense to have something super high tech. So it should feel like you're staying with friends. It shouldn't feel like a hotel. We've been debating if we need televisions because my idea is you don't need a TV because you have a view like this.
No.
We still haven't gotten rid of the TVs because it's an ongoing debate, but maybe one day we'll get to that also.
That's the best.
Yeah.
Probably you're gonna have different ones. So I'm asking both of you, what's your favorite corner on property to find a quiet moment, a moment to recharge and to reconnect?
Okay, so mine would be the secret pergola we have in our Oliveto. Usually guests walk there with a picnic basket and enjoy the beautiful view in the valley. But sometimes we walk there and just sit down and relax for a minute or so. It's a really beautiful spot we have.
For me, it's the table in the restaurant that the tavolone we call it, the large table in the restaurant that looks into the kitchen. I find it a good place because there's always a good vibe in that kitchen. There's always something going on. Guests sit there with a glass of wine and just watch the action. It's a country house kitchen, and everybody from suppliers to the team to guests interacts, and it's just a very quintessential Italian place. that I find very
I
inspiring.
love the kitchen. Your kitchen, it's incredible. It's open. Everybody can have access to it. You can pick the ingredients. It's congratulations for everything you've done, because it's really hard to find such properties actually where everything it's really curated in the details. And
Thank you, and you've
Thank
seen so many
you.
places,
Yes,
so
it's
Yeah, I
it
actually-
means a lot.
I visited many places,
Yeah.
but it's really tough to find, a place where you feel at home, because you feel at home and you feel a guest in a hotel. It's different feelings.
Yeah.
Now, but I would have hoped to have some sunshine, but we did our
the best.
talk under the clouds and the little rain. But it's okay. It's at least we were not sweating,
No.
and yeah, we started with 1 minute of sunshine,
Yes.
then it stopped. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Grazie.
Grazie.
Yeah.
Grazie a te, Giacomo.